So, good morning, everyone. Today we will learn about data handling. Okay, data or data. I think data is plural and data is singular. So, basically, you know what is a data. Data is basically some informations. Okay, uh, you have some data and you analyze those data. So, in this lecture, we will learn about data handling. What is data handling? What it's all about. Okay. So just here some example regarding our daily life. You must have seen that run made by a batsman in test states. There are discussion that how performance of that batsman is going on in the particular year. Suppose, for example, how was performance of Sachin Tendulkar in the last year compared to this present year. Okay. Uh, then there is a similar, for example, the performance of some bowler in last 10 ODIs, marks scored by you in your class in mathematics unit test, or marks scored by all students. How was the performance of students in mathematics? Suppose your complete class appeared for external mathematics exam or Olympiad, and how was performance of your class? That might be analyzed by your school administration. Okay, so that will be the overall performance of complete class in mathematics. Similarly, number of story books read by each of your friends. So from a set of datas, we are getting, or we are trying to deduce some other information in the sense, we are trying to get some conclusion out of those data. Information collected in such cases is called data. Data is usually collected in context of a situation that we want to study. Okay. So the information is collected in such cases is called data. So what we have collected is known as the information is basically data. You all know, you must have heard the terms like data science engineer or data analyst. So what are those? Data analysts are those person, or they analyze different set of data for bank or institutes or research center, and they come out with various insights that are useful for the growth of that company or the organization. Data is usually collected in context of situation that we want to study. uh, in various contexts we are collecting data. For example, if you are in school, then your school might be collecting data to improve the performance of teachers, or they may would like to collect data related to the academics of the students, or maybe do sports activity of students. For example, a teacher may like to know the average height of students in her class. Okay, average height of students. A teacher is trying to find average heights of students in their class. So what he will do, he will first collect the data. First he will collect the height, measure the heights, then organize the data in systematic manner, and then interpret it. So he might collect it, he might form a WhatsApp group, then ask you to fill some sheet, Google sheet. You will fill some Google sheet. Then after you have filled the Google sheets, all the students have filled the Google sheets, he will analyze it. He might uh, arrange it in ascending order, descending order, or he might make some average height, and he may give you that someone is shorter than some benchmark, or the group other group is higher than those benchmarks, something like that. So first we have to collect the data. sometimes data is represented graphically to give a clear idea of what it represents. So data, once we have collected data, we can represent it graphically too. For example, here is a example of pictorial representation of data using symbols. So here one car is representing one, the image of one car is indicating 100 cars. So in the month of July, you are showing one, two and half. So 2.5 cars, 100 plus 100 plus 50. So 250 cars. So this one is indicating in July we have 250 cars. So whether it can be the production or it can be sales figure. So August we are having 1, 2, 3, 300 cars. In September we have 100, 200, 300 and 400 cars. So in September 400 cars. So just by seeing the image, you can easily deduce. Suppose you are having this chart and someone asks you which month have maximum sale or production. So you can easily see September have 4 cars. So that is maximum. So it helps in analysis of data easily also. Next one is the first we got some pictorial representation of data by pictures. We use the symbol of car to show the production. Next we can also show the data in the form of bar graph. Okay, bar graph, as the name suggests, the bars, not that bars, these bars. Okay, the display of information using bar of uniform width and height being proportional to respective values. So bars of uniform width are used and the height is proportional to the width is constant. You can see the width is constant. So these are vertical bars. We can also form represent them in the form of horizontal bars also, something like horizontal bars. Okay, in horizontal column also we can represent some data. So this is in vertical bars. So width is constant, the height changes according to the proportion. For example, this one is showing the number of students in class 8th. So number of students in class 8 in 2003, 2004, 2004, 2005, 2005, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So in 2003 and 4, how many students? 100 students. 4 and 5, you can see just by completing, this is around 200 students. This one matches with, I think, 250 students. This one is with 300. Okay, 300 students. This one is 350 students. So the bar has shown some data. We have shown some data in the form of bar. So what information? So here are some of the questions or some of the information that we can get directly from this bar chart. So this is basically given the year-wise year number of students in class 8 in a particular school. In which year there is increase in number is maximum. In which year is the increase in number of student is maximum. So increase in numbers, in this year there was increase of 250 from 200. So 50 increase. There is also 50 increase. Here is also 50 increment of 50. Okay, increment of 50. But here you see there is increment of 100. So this year has 2004, from 4 to 5. There is maximum increment in number of students. In which year number of students maximum? In which year there was maximum number of students in class 8? So this one, 2007, 8. State whether true or false. The number of students during 2005, 6 is twice the number of students in that of 2003 and 4. So in 2003 and 4 we can directly get from this chart number of students were 100. In 2005 and 6 the number of students were 250. So it's not true. This is not twice. This is something I think more than twice. So bar charts showing two sets of data simultaneously. So here we were showing a single set of data. We can also show two sets of data simultaneously. Okay. For example, this the one with no fill in it is showing the data of 2005 and 6, and one with filled color in it is showing the data of 2006 to 7. Number of marks students by student in maths in 2005-6 it was 30 by a particular student. For example, the name of student is Suraj. Okay, so Suraj has scored 30 marks in maths in 2005 and 6. Maybe he was in class 4th. When he is in class 5th, he is scoring how much marks in maths? He is scoring around 60 marks. Around 60 marks in maths. Again, the performance of Suraj in the year 2005-6 in science is scoring around 50 marks, and in social science he is scoring in 2006-7 how much marks? He is scoring about 55 marks. Okay, he is scoring about 55 marks. Science, the score of Suraj is around 45, 45, and his score in 2006-7 is around 50. 50. English 50 in pipes 2005-6, and less than 50, around 45 in next year, that is 6 2006-7. In Hindi his marks is constant. He is getting around something around 60 marks. Okay, 60 marks in Hindi in both years. So his marks is constant. Now what more information, or what are the things that conclusion we can draw from this his marks? So this what is the information given by double bar chart? The bar chart is giving performance of a student in 2 years. In which subject the performance improved the most? So performance has improved his performance in mathematics. He has jumped from 30 to 60 marks. Okay, I hope you guys will also make such improvement, drastic improvement. In which subject this performance has deteriorated? So in which subject his performance has deteriorated? You can see here he was getting 50 marks and he is getting 45 marks. So in English his performance has deteriorated. In which subject his performance is at par? So in Hindi you can see both same levels. So in this way data is helping, the presentation of data is helping you to analyze various facts, think, discuss, and write. If we change position of any of the bar graph, would it change the information being conveyed? Yes. For example, if we interchange this one with this one, so it will change the information. So placement of bar is very important. Definitely, the position of bar will affect the information being conveyed. Now, next we have to try something. Draw an appropriate graph to represent the given information. So, you have to show the below information in form of graphs. The information, what is the information? The first one is showing month and the number of watches sold. So, there is some shop. There is some shop named Titan Watches, okay, in your locality, and it is selling some good watches, good smart watches. So in July it has sold 1000 pieces, in August 1500, in September 1500, October 1500, November and December 1500. So to draw the graph, what we will do, you will have months here and you will start with July, August, September, October, and November and December. Okay, then you will have numbers here: 1000, 1500, then 2000, then 2500. Okay, so in the month of July, how much they are selling? They are selling 1000. So in the month of July, you will take this to here. In the month of August, August they are selling 1500. So your graph will be something like this. In the month of September, they are again selling 1500. So your graph will be like this. In the month of October, this one was September, this one is October, they are selling 2000. So your graph will be here. In the month of November, they are selling 2500. So your graph will be here. In the month of December, they are selling again 1500. So your graph will be here. This way, you will show the number of watches sold by the Titan watch shop from July to December. Uh, this is one of the way I have shown to you. You can also show this table like you will put months here: July, August, September, October. So we were discussing regarding how we can have the same representation in the form like the months are in x-axis, that is horizontal axis, and the numbers are number of watches sold are in vertical axis, that is y-axis. So in July, your graph will be like bar chart will be like this. August it will be around on 1500, and then September it will be again 1500, and then October it will be 2000, 2000. Okay, then November it will be 2500, and in December it will be 1500. Okay, it will be here 15. So you can represent the above information in this below bar chart form. Okay, bar chart. Then next piece of information is children who prefer school A, school B, school C by going by walking and by cycling. So there are two preference, and these are the schools. Okay, though, so in one school there are two preferences. Okay, in another school there are another two preferences. So this is going to be a bar chart with two different datas. Okay, so I will explain it here. You know, so this one be, so your representation will be something like this. Here you will show the number of childrens. Okay, on this axis, y axis, you will show the number of childrens. And here you will show the data for school A. Here you will see the data for school B, and here you will show the data for school B. So in case of school A, there are two data. First, walking is 40. So walking is around 40. For school A, walking is around 40. For school A, cycling preference is around 45. Okay, so this will be second. And this will be for walking, and this will be for cycling. Okay, for again for school B, in case of walking, it goes to something around 55, 50 and 55. Okay, so school B, walking is 55 number of students are preferring going to school by walking, and by cycling only 25. So maybe what will be the case? It, it is more possible that school B is located near to most of the students' house. So they are preferring to going there by walking. Or maybe there is some busy road, so parents are not allowing the children to go by cycling. They are more confident or feeling safer that their children should go by walking instead of cycling. Now in school C, 15 students prefer by walking. So very less students are preferring by walking, and 35 students are preferring by cycling. Okay, by cycling. So you can represent these the information from these table in this form. So the next example is percentage wins in ODI by 8 top cricket teams. So here are 8 top uh, cricket teams, and this is their percentage wins in ODI by 8 top cricket teams from Champion Trophy to World Cup in 2006. South Africa's percentage win is 75%. England percentage win is 46%. Similarly, India's percentage win is 43%. In case of last 10 ODIs in 2007. So again, South Africa is on the top and West Indies in at the bottom, you can say. So in this form, They have depicted the performance of 8 top cricket teams. Next, circle graph or pie graph. You must have heard the name of pie chart. Pie chart. Pie is a kind of some sweet, you can say, choco pie. You must have eaten chocolate pie. Have you ever come across data represented in circular form? So here in the case of pie chart or circle graph or pie chart, the data is represented in form of circular form. Okay, circular form. For example, time spent by children during a day. In a day, how many hours are there? There are 24 hours. So for 8 hours, one goes to sleep. Suppose one sleeps at 10 p.m. and for 8 hours he sleeps. So he will wake up at 6 a.m. Then 6 a.m. to for the maybe his school is from 10 a.m. Let's not go in the details because that will confuse you. Simply we will keep it at basic level. So in our daily routine of we give 8 hour to our sleeps, 6 hour to school, 3 hours to playtime, 3 hours on other activities like going washroom, bathing, cleanings, etc., and rest time, 4 hour for homework. So this is the basic division of routine of a child. So the a circle is divided in various sectors. You know, if you form the area between two radius and arc is known as sector. So these are various sectors. You know, this is sector for sleep because sleep is taking maximum hours. So the area of sector is also bigger. Okay. The next bigger area is the school, that is for 6 hours. The smaller areas are 3 hours and 3 hours, and they both will be equal. So the area division of area is based on the basis of number of hours. So so that will be go learn later that from data how we divide the area of a circle. But on the basic level, you just understand that we can also represent data in circular form known as pie chart. Similarly, age group of people in a town. In a town, suppose I would like you to comment your town in comment section. Suppose I live in Pune. So in Pune, the numbers of person between 15 to 60 year is 50,000 and number of persons between less than 14 years, you 0 to 14 year is 30,000 and 60 years and above senior citizens are 20,000. So 20 plus 20, 20 plus 30 is 50 and so you can say that number of person between 15 to 60 year is equal to number of sum of number of person between 0 to 14 year and the senior citizens number of senior citizens, that is 20,000 plus 30,000 is 50,000. So the area of is you can see here from just from looking at area you can also have some idea. For example, just by looking at the height of bar charts, you could have guessed that which one is going to be higher, which year the sale is maximum, or who in which subject a particular student has scored maximum marks. So just by seeing the area of sectors in a pie chart, you can have some idea like what is the maximum and minimum or equal proportions in that categorization. Suppose Just by seeing this pie chart, you could have said that the half of the population is between 15 to 60 years. Just by seeing at this pie chart, you could have said that the maximum hours a person is a child is giving to his sleep. So sleep is it's important and crucial factor for our health also. These are called circle graphs. Circle graph shows relation between whole and its part. Whole and its part. Okay, so it gives idea of the whole. Suppose the whole division of day is in 24 hours. So how much part we are using for sleeping? Okay, the whole circle is divided into sectors. The size of each sector is proportional to the activity of information. So the size of sectors is proportional to that activity. In the case of population, you saw that if the population was 50% for 50,000 for age group between 16 to 60, and so this area was also around 50% of the area it has captured in representation. For example, in the above graph, the proportion of the sector of hours for hours spent in sleeping is number of hours in sleeping by whole day. So number of hours in sleeping is 8 hours is using for sleeping, and the whole hours in a whole day is 24 hours. So the number the proportion of the sector will be 1 by third. 1/3 of the complete circle area will be allotted to sleeping. So the sector is drawn as 1/3 part of circle. Similarly, the portion of sector of hour spent in school will be the portion of sector for hours spent in school. So the hours spent in school was 6 hours. So the portion attached to numbers of hours spent in school will be 6 by 24. That is 1 by 4. So clearly 1 by 3 is more than 1 by 4, because 1 by 3 is something around 0.33, something around 0.33, and 1 by 4 is something around 0.25. Okay, 0.25. Add up the fractions of all activities. Do you get the total one? Yes, you will get the total as a 1. This the complete you will get 1. How? Suppose in this case for sleep we will get portion 8 by 24. For school we will get area by 6 by 24. For play and others we will again 3 by 24 plus 3 by 24. For homework we will again plus 4 by 24. So on numerator side 8 plus 6 is 14, 14 plus 3 is 17, 17 plus 3 is 20, 20 plus 4 is 24 by 24, that is 1. Okay. Each of the following pie chart in figure 4.2, where is figure 4.2? This is figure 4.2, gives you a different piece of information about your class. Find the fraction of circle. You have to find the fraction of circle representing each of these information. Okay, the fraction of circle. What fraction of circle is representing each? For example, girl is represented by here by this color and boy by this color. So 50-50%. So girl 1 by 2 fraction of circle. Boy, 1 by 2 fraction of circle. Walking 40%. So 40 is 40 by 100. So you will get something 2 by fraction. In the terms of fraction, you will get 2 by 5. 2 by 5. Here again 2 by 5. And for cycling, you will get 20 by 100. That is 1 by 5. So 2 by 5, 2 by 5 and 1 by 5. If we add, we will get 1. Love, hate. So love is going to be 85% because hate is 15%. So 100 minus 85 is 100 minus 15 is 85. So in terms of fraction, we will get for love 85 by 100, that is 5 20 times and 5 17 times. And for hate 15 by hundreds, it is 5 3 times and this is 20 times. So 17 by 20 plus 3 by 20 is 20 by 20, that is 1. It is 1. Now answer the following questions based on pie chart given in figure 4.3. So this is figure 4.3. So the figure is showing viewers watching different type of channels on TV. Okay, viewers watching different types of channel on TV. So 50% viewers are watching entertainment channel, 25% are watching sports, and 15% are watching news channels, and 10% are watching informatives like Discovery or National Geographic. I don't know these days these channels comes or not, but at our time they were very famous channels. Which type of programs are viewed most? So you can easily say that entertainment types of programs are viewed most. Which two types of program have number of viewers equal to those watching a sports channel? So which two types of program, by that is combination of two types of programs that have equal number of viewers as sports channel. So sports channel has 25%. So if we are adding informative and news, then it is going to be equal to 10 plus 15 is 25. So informatives and news channels have equal number of viewers equal to watching those watching sports channel. Drawing a pie charts. Now, how do we draw a pie chart? The favorite flavors of ice cream for students of a class is given in percentage as below. Okay, so these are some of the favorite ice cream flavors. So, what is your favorite flavor? Mine is butterscotch. Okay, so that will be in other. So, based on these datas, 50% of students are liking chocolate, 25% prefer vanilla, and 25% prefer other flavors. So, suppose a party is to be organized in a school, and they have to decide which how much ice cream, which type of ice cream they have to bring. So, they will how will they represent in the form of a pie chart? So, 50 by 100, 50%. So, 50 by 100, that will be half half area of pie chart will be given to this chocolate. So if we are drawing a circle, if we draw a circle, okay, if we draw a circle, so we will have to allot 50% area to this chocolate flavor. Okay, then 25 and 25. Out of these 50%, 25% for vanilla and 25% for other flavors. So this will be the pie chart. Simple,